Have you ever wondered why a man who seemed to move on, who stopped texting, who even started seeing someone else, still thinks about you when he's alone? He might never admit it. Not to you, not to his friends, not even to himself. But there are 3 deep hidden reasons why you still cross his mind. Reasons that have nothing to do with physical attraction and everything to do with how you made him feel when no one else could reach him.
See, men rarely confess what truly affects them emotionally. They act like they're in control, like they don't care. But when the night gets quiet and the distractions fade, certain women take up permanent space in their minds. And if you've ever been that woman, the one he compares everyone else to, it's not by accident. There's a powerful emotional code behind it. Before we uncover those 3 reasons, I want you to listen carefully. Because once you understand what's really going on inside his head, you'll stop doubting yourself, you'll stop chasing answers, and you'll finally see how much power you actually hold without saying a single word. He may never tell you this, but men don't stop thinking about a woman just because the relationship ended. What truly keeps her in his mind are the emotional imprints she left, and those imprints go far deeper than most women imagine. Sometimes it's not love that keeps him connected. It's the unresolved emotions he can't control, the things you awakened that he's still trying to suppress. So if you've ever wondered why he watches your stories, why he asks about you through friends, or why his new girlfriend seems oddly similar to you, it's because you became a psychological trigger in his life, a mirror that still reminds him of who he was with you and who he lost after you. Stay with me until the end, because when you discover these 3 hidden reasons, you'll finally understand why he can't forget you, even if he's pretending to. He used to text you first thing in the morning. He used to call just to hear your voice, to tell you about something random that happened during his day. You became his comfort zone, his safe place, the one person who could make him feel seen without him needing to say a word. But then, slowly, things started to change. He became distant. The conversations that used to last for hours turned into short replies. You noticed his attention fading, and no matter how hard you tried to stay calm, you could feel him slipping away. He wasn't cruel or cold, just quieter, almost like he was fighting something inside that he didn't want you to see. When he finally walked away, you told yourself to move on. You deleted the photos, muted his messages, tried to fill your days with anything that could stop your mind from wandering back to him. But even when you were doing fine, there were signs that he hadn't really let go. You'd see him watching your stories, liking old photos, or sending you a random message out of nowhere. Something meaningless on the surface, but heavy with nostalgia. What you didn't know is that his silence wasn't peace, it was confusion. Men often walk away not because they stop caring, but because they don't know how to deal with what they feel. He tried to forget you by replacing you, by distracting himself, by pretending you never mattered. But every time he looked at someone new, every time he tried to connect again, something didn't click. You see, when a man truly connects with a woman emotionally, something inside him changes forever. He might deny it, suppress it, or even act like it never happened. But that connection becomes part of him. You became that part. And that's why, even after time passes, even when he swears he's over you, you still live rent-free in his mind. He remembers your laugh when he hears a certain song. He thinks of your eyes when he sees someone with the same color hair. And every time life gets heavy, there's a moment when his thoughts drift back to you. Not because he chooses to, but because that's how the male mind works when it's been emotionally marked. Most women underestimate how deep their presence can go inside a man's psyche. You might think he's fine without you, that he's moved on completely. But the truth is, every man who truly felt something real carries a silent reminder of the woman who awakened it. And no matter how far he runs, she always finds her way back into his thoughts, in the quietest, most unexpected moments. Now let's dive deeper into why he still thinks about you. The 3 reasons he'll never admit out loud. They are not about obsession, lust, or missing your presence in his bed. They are about emotional triggers that men don't understand but can't escape. The first reason is what psychologists call unfinished emotional imprint. When a man experiences emotions he can't fully express, they don't disappear. They freeze in his subconscious. Maybe your relationship ended suddenly, or maybe there were words left unsaid. Whatever the case, he never got closure. And that lack of closure becomes a mental loop. Every time he sees something that reminds him of you, that loop activates. It's like a movie scene that keeps replaying in his head, searching for a different ending. Women often think that if he doesn't come back, it means he doesn't care. But for men, silence is rarely equal to indifference. It's often their way of protecting their ego from the discomfort of vulnerability. He'd rather bury his feelings than admit that someone truly got to him. That's why he might act cold, but deep down there's tension, a storm he doesn't know how to calm. The second reason is the emotional bond created through contrast. When you gave him peace, affection, and understanding, his brain recorded that as a sense of emotional safety, and when he lost it, his system immediately noticed the difference. Every new woman he meets gets unconsciously compared to you. Her laugh, her way of talking, her energy. Everything gets measured against the emotional comfort he once felt with you. This is not something he chooses. It's instinctive. The male mind is wired to remember experiences that made him feel truly seen and accepted. Because they're rare, you became his emotional reference point, the standard by which he now measures connection. Even if he doesn't want to admit it, every attempt to move on ends up being a reflection of what he once had with you. And the third reason is tied to something even deeper: ego and loss of control. Men are taught to believe they are always in control of their emotions. But when you left a mark that he can't shake off, it challenges his self-image. You became proof that even he can be vulnerable. That realization doesn't sit easily with his pride, so instead of confronting it, he represses it until the quiet moments bring it all back. He might scroll through your old messages late at night, not because he wants you back, but because his ego can't understand why he still feels something, why he's still affected when he thought he was stronger. You see, emotional attachment for men is not about consistency, it's about intensity. The more intense the moments with you were, the harder they are to erase. That's why even after months, even after new relationships, your memory still echoes. You were not just another person in his life. You represented a version of himself he didn't even know existed. Around you, he could drop the mask, even if only for a moment. And now that it's gone, he keeps thinking about it, because part of him still craves that freedom he felt with you. These three reasons form a triangle of memory: unfinished emotions, emotional contrast, and wounded ego. Together, they trap him in a cycle of silent nostalgia. He won't tell anyone about it. He might even lie to himself, but deep down, he knows that what he lost with you wasn't ordinary, and that's why, no matter how much time passes, he can't fully let you go. Now here's the part most women never realize. When a man keeps thinking about you but never says it, that silence slowly starts to break him down inside. He'll try to distract himself to prove he's moved on. He'll dive into work, hang out with friends, maybe even jump into another relationship. But none of that truly fixes the emotional gap you left behind, because what he's really trying to do isn't forget you, it's to forget how you made him feel. And that's the one thing he can't escape. Every time something reminds him of you, the emotions resurface. The laughter, the fights, the way you used to look at him when you were both quiet. These moments don't fade, they linger. And here's where it gets dangerous for him. The more he tries to erase those feelings, the stronger they become. Suppressed emotions don't die, they multiply. He starts to question his decisions, replaying conversations in his mind, wondering why he pushed you away, why he didn't fight harder. On the outside, he might look calm, even happy, but inside there's this constant tension, a battle between pride and regret. You might see him post pictures looking confident, traveling, smiling with someone new, but what you don't see are the late nights where he stares at the ceiling, wondering if you ever think about him too. Those moments are where the truth lives, not in his words, not in his photos, but in the quiet. That's when the male mind drops all defenses and faces what it's been running from. Psychologically, men experience delayed emotional processing. That means while you're already healing, he's just beginning to feel the weight of what he lost. It might take weeks, months, or even longer, but eventually his mind connects the dots. And when it does, it hits hard. That's why, out of nowhere, he'll send that message. That, "Hey, how have you been?" text that looks casual but is actually a cry for validation. He wants to know if you still care. Not because he's ready to fix things, but because he wants to confirm he didn't completely lose the emotional power he once had over you. It's his ego searching for proof that he still matters. And that's where your strength is tested. Because if you respond with emotion, he'll feel safe again. Not because he deserves it, but because you gave him permission to escape his guilt. But if you stay calm, composed, and detached, you'll trigger something even stronger: realization. He'll start to understand that he's no longer in control of how you feel, and that realization will haunt him more than your silence ever did. That's when he begins to see your true value, not because you begged for attention, but because you no longer need it. So while he's trapped in the cycle of thinking about you, missing you, denying it, and coming back, you have a choice. You can either stay in the loop with him or finally break free and reclaim your power. Because the truth is, the longer you wait for his confession, the more time you give him to feed on your energy. But the moment you step back and let go, that's when the real shift happens. For both of you. When you stop chasing closure, he starts seeking it. When you stop asking why, he starts asking himself. And when you stop waiting for him to change, he begins to realize what he destroyed. That's the paradox of detachment. Once you're no longer emotionally available, your absence becomes louder than your presence ever was. At the end of the day, you don't need him to admit that he still thinks about you. His silence already says everything. Every time he watches your stories, every time he brings up your name casually in conversation, every time he gets defensive when someone mentions you, that's his confession. He may never say it out loud, but deep down he knows you were different. You were not just another woman passing through his life. You were the emotional turning point he didn't expect. You challenged him, calmed him, made him feel both strong and vulnerable at the same time, something no one else managed to do. And that's exactly why you should stop wondering if he'll ever come back. Because when you keep looking back, you trap yourself in the same mental loop he's stuck in. But when you let go, truly let go, you shift the energy completely. You go from being the one waiting to the one who is remembered, from being the one chasing answers to the one who became the lesson. Men never forget the woman who made them feel something real. The difference is that you have the power to move on, while he's the one left trying to understand what he lost. And when that realization hits him, it won't be because you said something. It'll be because your silence, your peace, and your absence spoke louder than any message ever could. So don't wait for closure. Don't wait for apologies or explanations. Your healing is not his responsibility, and his confusion is not your problem anymore. What once hurt you will become the very thing that empowers you, because now you understand the truth. He still thinks about you, but you no longer need him to. If you reach this part of the video, it means you're ready to take your power back. You're ready to stop asking why and start focusing on what's next. So take a deep breath, hold your head high, and remember, when a woman learns to love herself more than the memory of someone else, that's when everything changes.